Your life doesn't just collapse overnight. It breaks quietly. Sarara, no more alarms, no more loud warnings. It's the small, seemingly harmless habits, repeated day after day, that are slowly stealing your future. Let's talk about these quiet destroyers and how to reclaim your power. First up, delaying small tasks. Putting off that 5-minute email or that quick phone call. When you do this, you're teaching your brain avoidance. It starts small, but over time, your confidence erodes because you stop trusting yourself to get things done. You start to see yourself as someone who doesn't follow through. Then there's the classic line, "It's not a big deal." We say this to brush off minor issues. But small problems, when ignored, have a nasty habit of growing into big, overwhelming ones. This mindset doesn't just postpone a problem. It actively trains you in negligence. It makes being careless feel normal. How do you start your day? If it's without any form of control or plan, you're setting yourself up to fail. No more plan means your day is dictated by other people's priorities, not your own. You become a reactor instead of an actor. Control lost in the first hour of the morning is incredibly hard to get back. And what's the very first thing you do when you wake up? If you reach for your phone, you're letting your focus get stolen before you've even had a chance to build it. Your attention gets scattered into a million pieces by notifications and the social media feeds. This early morning fragmentation weakens your entire day. Another silent killer is constantly avoiding discomfort. We're wired to seek comfort, but strength, both mental and physical, only grows through controlled, voluntary discomfort. By always choosing the easy path, you're compounding weakness. You're telling yourself you can't handle challenges. Now, let's talk about that voice in your head. Your inner dialogue is powerful. The things you silently repeat to yourself eventually become your identity. If you're constantly criticizing yourself, you're programming your mind for limits and failure. That silent self-criticism is building the walls of your own prison. Do you have a graveyard of half-finished projects? Not finishing what you start teaches your brain that quitting is an acceptable outcome. Each abandoned task makes it easier to abandon the next one. You're training yourself to be a starter, not a finisher. Think about your daily intake. Are you consuming more than you're creating? Constant consumption of content, news, and entertainment can numb your ambition. It puts you in a passive state. Creation, on the other hand, restores your sense of purpose and the agency. Write, build, draw, code, make something. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a foundation. Without disciplined sleep, your emotional regulation, focus, and the energy levels crumble. Poor sleep is a quiet saboteur, slowly destroying your ability to function at your best. It's the invisible force behind so many bad days. And what about physical movement? A stagnant body creates a stagnant mind. Our brains are designed to work best when our bodies are active. Ignoring physical movement is like trying to run a high-performance car on cheap, old fuel. It just won't work well. Are you busy, or are you productive? There's a huge difference. Busyness can feel like progress, but it often just masks stagnation. It's a way to avoid the real, important work. Take a hard look at your to-do list. Are your actions moving you toward your goals, or just filling your time? Difficult conversations are, difficult, but avoiding them doesn't make the issues disappear. It just builds inner tension and delays your own growth. Facing these conversations is a skill that strengthens relationships and your own character. Are you a people pleaser? Saying yes to everything and everyone might make you feel liked, but it disconnects you from your own path and your own needs. Every yes to someone else's priority can be a no more to your own. Without time for reflection, you're doomed to repeat your mistakes. Life moves fast, and if you don't intentionally pause to review your actions, decisions, and the outcomes, you'll find yourself stuck in the same loops, wondering why you're not making progress. Your life is a direct reflection of the standards you're willing to accept. What you tolerate becomes your normal. If you accept low standards in your work, your relationships, or your health, that will become your reality. Raise your standards for yourself. Your environment shapes you more than you think. Staying in low energy, negative, or uninspiring environments will drain your motivation faster than anything. Your surroundings should fuel you, not fight you. Change your space, change your mindset. Finally, what are you using to escape? Whether it's emotional eating, binge watching, or something else, Using pleasure to numb difficult emotions creates a dangerous dependency. It teaches you to run from your feelings instead of processing them. These habits aren't dramatic. They're quiet whispers, but each day you repeat them, you're casting a vote for a future you don't want. The good news is, you can change your vote today. Start with one small change. Fuel your mind. Change the pattern. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching.